We are underway in this Commissioner's Cup championship game. Gordy Williams surveying the floor. It's Carlton setting up a turnaround from Collier. That's pure.
Well, off of the tip, you don't always get
for the Fever, coming off a win in their last outing over Dallas on Friday. A cutting Kelsey Mitchell kisses it off the window.
Yeah, against the pressure, McBride got all 5 players in the starting lineup are shooting 39% or better from 3.
That pass deflected and stolen. Williams to Smith for the leg.
Point guard at one point. He looks too good doing that.
This is Howard setting up McDonald, knocking down Mitchell. Mid-range, money.
That is how quickly.
Smith gives it up to McBride. 3-ball, corner pocket. Caleb McBride.
Get open from 3.
Shooting 41% from downtown. McDonald, hard drive, puts it up and in. McDonald has been a breath of fresh air. Minnesota with the rock. Williams around a Smith screen. Mid-range assassin.
You are without Demiris Dantes, another one of your bigs that has played some quality time this season.
Williams for 3. Expanding the range.
First we get the midi.
Pass into Fee. Backing down Howard. Uses the contact, kisses it off the window. Indiana leading the WNBA in paint points per game. Collier kept the pivot, out to Smith for 3. McBride bounce pass to Smith. Smith, acrobatic shot goes down.
So you expect to see some turnovers, but Sydney Colson, a little bit more of a veteran at that point guard position, comes in to get them settled.
Right on cue, Colson with the trifecta. Williams. Inside. Collier with the left goal.
Stephanie White.
Meanwhile, the Lynx have been rolling all season long. They've got Williams and Heidemann in the backcourt. Nice pass, Kundakova.
Never really got settled last year. Still hasn't found her 3-pointer, which is really where she's special, but she's been good. She hasn't gotten those.
Pocket pass to Shepard. Shepard spinning off Howard, put it up and in. Howard. Finds a cutting McDonald, easy deuce.
Beautiful read by Natasha Howard.
Can heat up quickly. Howard, double team, outside, Cunningham for 3, yes. Colson saw an opening, finds a cutting Mitchell for 2.
Smart decision by Sydney Colson. She was.
Boston.
They have been able to get some backdoor cuts on the wing.
Mitchell at the free throw line, swish.
Beautifully done.
We have a 4. Colson up top, finds Boston. Boston. She's on the scoreboard. First field goal after starting 0 for 6. And last 11 possessions for Minnesota, 0 for 7 and 4 turnovers. Boston, no. Corrals it. Out to Cunningham. In the corner. Got the 3. Indiana on top.
Excellent effort by a team in a contest. So they've got to value the possessions.
Quick inbound. Boston got the deuce.
Really good execution by Indiana on the inbound.
Smith finds an open Collier, puts it up and in.
And that's what you want to do if you're Cheryl Reeves. Get your superstar an easy bucket right around the rim. How does Indiana lose Collier?
Mitchell, crafty. Gives it up to Howard. 5 on the shot clock. Howard, as Carlton goes down, Howard put it up and in. Bully ball from Flash.
You got it.
Defended by the reigning defensive player of the year. Mitchell behind the back, nearly lost it. Good defense by McBride. Now it's Howard having to go to work. In the lane, put it up and in.
Natasha Howard is 6'3", but has guard skills. She can score from just about anywhere on the floor.
Smith bottoms. Boston picks up the dribble. finds hole beyond the arc. It's score.
There's so much more cutting and activity. That opened up the three-point shot.
Howard to steal. Open floor in front of her. Got the lay. Indiana, largest lead of the ball game, up by double figures. In the corner, gives it up to Smith. Collier, back to McBride for three. In and out. Collier, the offensive board, finds McBride. Fresh 14. Smith for three. Boom! Hand off to Mitchell. Mitchell looking to go to work, picked up the dribble. Howard penetrating, put it up with the left. Bank is open late. Urgency time for Minnesota. Oh, crossover, baseline drive, can't get the reverse. Shepard on the putback.
McDonald and Colson in the backcourt.
Howard into Boston, beautiful play. Hand off to McDonald. McDonald pumping, putting it off the window. Both teams with 15 turnovers. Colson. Boston made a great catch and scores.
I don't even know if that pass was for Boston.
Shepard spinning and scoring. A lot of time left in this ball game. Colson over to Cunningham, driving on the baseline, blew right by Collier. They're the hunted so far tonight.
No one was talking about Minnesota, but after they won the Commissioner's Cup, Cheryl Reed said, well, they have to talk about us now. As Courtney Williams.
Mitchell. Over to Cunningham, long range, bottoms! Big time trifecta. 3:35 to go in the fourth. A nice crossover, Heidemann. Push shot in the lane, count it, and put her on the line.
Does Minnesota?
Boston. That match up with Collier. Here's the back down. Turns left shoulder, put it up and in. Boston. Under 3 to go in the fourth. Outside to Williams, sets the feet. Can't hit the three. Collier offensive board, got the putback. Under 3 to go in the fourth. Outside to Williams, sets the feet. Can't hit the three. Collier offensive board, got the putback. Heidemann. Out in the corner, McBride can't hit. Collier, 2 more second chance points. Indiana in the driver's seat, under 90 seconds to go in regulation. Colson for 2, no. Rebound Collier. Williams off to the races and scores. Mitchell, bottoms.
You saw Minnesota's energy and their body language change. They don't like to give up points. Even though it wasn't a lot, it seemed to change their energy.
Hall adding to the point differential. And that's the Indiana fans making some noise here at Target Center.
There are a lot of Fever fans in this building.
And Indiana has done it. Their first ever Commissioner's Cup championship, knocking off the Minnesota Lynx.